face. Ooh, tiger face. Rah! That'll loosen it up for today's episode, which we do have a wonderful show today. But we would like to say hi back. Scott Adams Meetup, which we talked about regularly yesterday, and you guys have seen on X. Wanted to say hi to you, Addy, this morning.
Hi.
Well, don't say hi to me.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so we are getting started this morning because you know that you can't spell daddy without the Addy. I said you can't spell daddy without the Addy. And we have another wonderful show for you today. It is 8:21. We're starting early again because, as you know, we want to get wrapped up by 9 o'clock. So you can head over to Scott Adams School and several other sippers that are getting that 9 o'clock sip on. But we know that a lot of people watch our show later in the day, later in the evening, and in between workouts, during workouts, which we always encourage to learn during a workout. Right, Addy?
Yep.
That's right. And to remind everybody out there, you like to do your workouts. You've started some UFC workouts. Who's your favorite UFC fighter out there, Addy?
I'm Scotia's. We Scotia's don't get knocked out.
Good job. Sean, did you try it? Try it one more time, Sean.
We Scotia's don't get knocked out.
Good job, little bro. You guys know Patty the Batty. We love the guy. He's gone through a lot. One of Patty's main missions out there, as you know, fathers, he lost one of his close friends who didn't talk to him and took his own life. And Patty took that, as you were able to see, shared his trials and tribulations and made it clear in his mission, in his message, as he wins and whoops up, that everyone needs to reach out and talk to somebody, regardless of political or anything else that's in your head. Bros, reach out to your bro and talk to somebody. We're always here, and sometimes, you know, everyone pretends that we're too distracted, but we never are. When a bro calls, reach up, call him back, send a text. You never know what's needed on the other line, and you guys know just as much as I know how far it goes when another bro gives you some love, right?
Right.
That's right. Teamwork
Makes the dream work.
That's right, guys. And that's why Scott Adams Meetups is so important for you guys to look at what's going on, because, again, around the world, around the U.S., highly intelligent, like-minded individuals who want to break the mold, right? Some of these individuals may assume that they're liberal. They may assume that they're progressive. They may be Democratic. They may be Republican. They may be conservative. They may be centrist. They don't even care about any of those things. That's the point. We're able to rewire our brain and absorb information that makes other people uncomfortable. We talked about cognitive dissonance this morning, didn't we, Addy?
Yes, we did.
Right. And is that because we're getting attacked by a liberal who keeps constantly sending us messages telling us that we're not the show to watch and that we're not fun and that I won't address her issue, which we talked about twice now on the show, in which the government has said, hey, we think there's some fraud, so all of you got to send us the reports now. Isn't that what they said?
Yes.
And she keeps highlighting that 5 particular states are not getting their money, and they're not getting it because they won't turn in the reports, Addy.
Yeah.
So all the states are being held accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some sanctuary cities and some places that are saying, no, we don't want to be held accountable. We're not going to send you the work. And are we withholding funds from those people?
Yes.
Yes. Isn't that how a check and balance works?
Yes.
So show us the paper so that we can see what you're doing is legit. That's all we're asking, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not going to show us the paper, are we going to take that money back?
Yes, we are.
Yes. But still, this liberal, far left progressive is attacking us regularly. This morning we got on again. And as much as we have some love and lots of love from lots of you, we have plenty of attacks this morning, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Every morning. And little lady, do we let you read some of the attacks?
Yes.
Why? What does it help you do?
Learn, change, and grow.
Right. And if you see some of the cuckoo, does that better build your resilience?
Yes, it does.
It does. And unfortunately, are there some cuckoos out there?
Yes, there are.
There are. And there are lots of other podcasts and people that talk about it and show you how to identify them. We're going to help you understand more about why that is today and a little bit more about how journalism can help them break their cognitive dissonance. People don't like to be uncomfortable. Is that right, Addy?
No, they do not.
Yeah, but those of us that want to learn,
change, and grow.
Sean, where you at? Knucklehead, if you're going to be on the show.
Learn, change, and grow.
Okay, don't just stare at yourself, you goober. You're going to get off the air here. He might be a little too young to bring on air. He can't help but keep looking at himself. Let's get to the main reason we're here, Addy. For everyone transcending time and space, wherever you are in the morning, in the evening, in between work, on the way to work, let's get this here. You're here for the simultaneous sip wherever you are so that you can join everybody that gets it on at 9 o'clock. Addy, will you please lead us in Scott Adams' simultaneous sip?
Yes, I will. All you need is a cup or a mug or a glass, a tankard or a chalice or stein, a canteen, jug, or a flask, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. I usually like coffee. Hot cocoa works too.
And let me add in right here for Jack. This morning, Jack posted about putting peanut butter in his coffee. And for those of you who pay attention or watch, then you know a couple months ago, she brought the creamy peanut butter home, and Jack made sure to point out he only does crunchy. So I asked Grok if crunchy peanut butter should be added to the coffee, because we do add the hot cocoa. We know that 100%, anything above 80 really, but 100% helps with the brain and the memory power, right?
Right.
Yeah, and the longevity of life. So we've been adding that for months and almost years now. And specifically, we thought peanut butter was kind of a joke. And what did Grok tell us? Is adding peanut butter to your coffee actually really healthy for you as well?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Turns out it's pretty healthy for you. So Grok says the crunchiness could add texture. We're going to experiment that later today. I don't have it in this cup, so we'll give Jack a cup later. But wherever you're at, whatever's in your mug, share with those around you so that we can all be putting in what we need to our vessel.
Yep. But anything works. And let's do a simultaneous sip.
Love you, Scott.
Love you, Scott.
And as we talked about yesterday, one of the things about passing it forward, not just Scott Adams Meetup, but also the Scott Adams School, you're seeing people like us that are ignited and understand that we have to do something. Addy, what does our scripture say? Isaiah 6:8. What does it say?
Isaiah 6:8. I heard the voice of the Lord say, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" Then I said, Here I am, send me.
Now, the way that can translate to a man's man is to say, if I don't do it, nobody else will. Okay? And that can sound silly or cliche, or maybe you've heard it, but it's the truth. Scott Adams made that abundantly clear. In your strengths that you have are different from mine or are similar, and we can sharpen each other's tools if we work together. And more importantly, if you shine and you use your tools and your strengths, and I use mine, we form a network of a pretty powerful team. Now, that's always how I've raised my teams, and it's the number one reason I've been so successful in every line of work that I've had, and why I've recruited by CEOs to work for their companies. Only working for 3 in my life, all of them sold for millions and billions in Brahmakrati's case, who actually took back over the company as the CEO and the founder after he sold, because he did it so intelligently. And because the people who bought it wanted him to continue to run that ship. So if you aren't familiar with Lifetime Fitness, I'd love to talk to you about that any day you want. But it's a healthy way of life company. And much of our access in life that we wanted to create, our mission in life was to create access for a healthy way of life. And that comes from what BA taught at Lifetime University, what he taught across to his people, his unity, and what it brings to the table in a company or organization when they send out a culture that transcends politics, and it makes you a healthier and happier individual. And we want to make sure that when you come and visit us, and when you sit here on the show, that you remember that we're here to help you become a healthier, happier individual and to gain access to much more information. Because when you're informed, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Sean, do you know this one?
Yeah.
And knowing is
photosynthesis.
half the battle. If you watched yesterday's show, you know why he came hard to the paint with photosynthesis. Knowing is half the battle. You like G.I. Joe? Mm-hmm. Okay, we talked about that because some of the TV shows and things that are out there in today's culture are not actually appropriate for children and shouldn't be watched by anybody, let alone adults. So we go back in time, right? Einstein says time is relative. We go back in time. God bless you. I beat you. And we watch some of the originals from G.I. Joe through Stargate and through some other pieces that are very interesting. Going back in time and watching with the kids, it's brand new, guys. They have no idea that it didn't just come out yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so some fun things we want to talk about today on today's show. We'll get to with Virginia, the hand ballot, earthquakes, and some other interesting pieces I think you're going to want to sit around for. USA women beat Canada. All right, so Addy, let's first lead America in the pledge. Sean, you're here. Sit back so you can see your shirt, sir. And Adeline, the table's yours.
Let's go, kids. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Justice for all, the common theme that we end every Pledge of Allegiance with, and we expect to see. We don't have an update for you just yet on Hillary and Bill Clinton that did not show up after their subpoena, knowing that Stephen Bannon did sit in jail.
Yep.
So we'll learn more about that as time goes, but we did not want you to think that we forgot justice for all. Now, speaking of justice for all, Virginia has currently taking back power on the Democrat side. Now, you'll remember Virginia, they once had a governor who's in his own high school book was either blackface or dressed up as a KKK member and kept his office in Virginia. Nope. He kept his office there in Virginia. They didn't seem to care on the Democratic Party what was seen in his own yearbook. But we're past that now. Doesn't matter. That's in the past. We're here now where Virginia has taken control, and what you need to know is interesting. Now, around the world, Addy, when they do votes and they elect, is that what we like? Do we like to see the people voting and having the opportunity to express their desire and will?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. And around the world, they've canceled mail-in voting. Do you know why?
Why?
Corruption.
Corruption?
Yeah, people can fraudulently hide in specific areas. And one of those ways has always been mail-in ballots. So around the world, hundreds of countries have banned mail-in balloting. And the way to vote is with your hand, in person. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That sound cool?
Yes, it is.
Well, in Virginia, they are going to ban, after only having the power for less than 48 hours now, there is a bill on the table to ban hand counts. Now, we're just journalists. I'm not allowed to say anything here. It's not our job. But you at home, thankfully, somebody is able to express themselves and has the freedom of speech to express their opinion here, because we would very much like to understand how or why you would want to ban hand counting the ballots. Now, Addy, around the world, they move only to hand counting, specifically to stop the fraud and to eliminate it 100%.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
And now in Virginia, we have a bill under Democrat rule who say they want to save democracy, banning hand counting. What did we sing yesterday? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Does that look suspicious?
Yes, it is.
Does it look suspicious?
Yes, it does.
As a journalist, is that suspicious?
Yes.
If there was ever going to be corruption or that hiding, is this where it would be?
Yes.
Will you go please close the door since your little brother is activating the doggies? Yep. We do apologize for this morning. The little man is out of control. It is harder running the show in the morning than we thought it was going to be with the little man. 5-year-old is having some hard time with his attention span.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yes,
that's what a little warrior should have in the morning.
Yeah.
Energy. Is that right?
Yes, she should.
We need to go run with the dog, huh?
Yeah.
What you mean, yeah? Elaborate. What does elaborate mean? That means you're supposed to talk.
So when me and brother wake up, we have like a lot of energy. And Akka, he's our Alaskan Malamute, and he loves to run like mush. And we have to take him on early walks, or when it's cold outside, to take him on runs, so he gets all that energy out. Brother too, and I'll usually put on my new rollerblades like we talked about in the last show.
That's right. Putting those rollerblades lets you go super fast, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about those rollerblades. The lighter side, or the upgrade from the rollerblades, is ice skates. Did we teach you how to ice skate a little bit when we were up north?
Yes.
There in Pennsylvania and New York City? Did you get to go ice skating?
Yes, I did. I remember it.
That's pretty fun in ice skating in Central Park, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one of the coolest parts, guys, is seeing women in sports accomplish great goals, right? Men, women, we like to watch sports because we like to watch them overcome, whatever that obstacle is and get it done, right?
Yeah.
Well, the USA has shut out Canada to win the gold at the Women's World Juniors Ice Hockey. USA! 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 Guys, that is amazing. If you didn't catch the show, if you didn't watch, if you didn't see, I'm sure you have by now. But the USA women's crushed Canada. And now, because of that, Canada will be the 52nd state. We beat them at the only thing that they possibly could have beaten us at. And now that we have taken the gold, they will be giving us Greenland and coming in themselves. So you're going to want to look for how that's going to happen, what the trade-off is there. I'm not sure. The more important thing that we're interested in is how are they going to divide the hockey league. Now, with Canadian teams coming in, we're going to have to remix up the division. So, but pond hockey is on the table for 2027 now. As the Women's World Juniors have taken gold, we're looking forward to the rest of that career, guys, because, think about the future. If they're crushing them now, what's going to happen as they get stronger and better, Addy?
They're probably going to lose and probably going to win.
We're going to get to the women's, and we're going to be taking the world. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We're excited to see these ladies continue to grow and continue to change and continue to represent USA. Good job, little girl. Well, let's slip over to some sadder news. World news. World news. World news. We're going to work on a graphic, guys, and you'll see that come across. World news.
Yeah, like the Earth spinning and the sun comes up behind it. Like
like the sun comes up. World news.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, I like what you're saying. Grok will create that real fast for it. If Elon would already get us the bot, which isn't coming out until March, we want it now.
Yeah, we want it now.
Now, so tone it back down. We have some death to talk about. In India, okay, there is a very angry elephant that has been on the loose, and from what I read this morning, I'm not sure they've got it down yet. He's been at large for quite some time now, and by some time, guys, I mean over 10-day period. Okay, it's been over a week since this elephant, very angry elephant in India, and Addy, in India the elephants are smaller than the African elephants. But this elephant is angry and upset, and he's already killed more than 22 people in this 10-day period, stomping, running through, smashing, just, all heck breaking loose. Theories on exactly why are, pretty much back on the trainers, and he lived a sad and angry life, and now he's exacting revenge. We know that there are many sanctuaries across India and Asia to take care of the elephants that do get mistreated and abused, but an elephant never forgets. Did you know that, Addy?
Yes, I did.
But we've talked about it a little bit different. The average person will say an elephant never forgets, and they'll think that means, wow, an elephant has a superior memory. An elephant is the best memory. No? We don't think that's a good thing in this family, do we? But an elephant never forgets. Do you remember the fable? Do you know why an elephant never forgets, Addy?
Why?
I'm asking you. Do you remember?
No, I do not.
Okay, we'll have to do that story again. An elephant never forgets, because if you take an elephant at a baby and you tie a rope, and you can see this in some horses too, and you take that animal and you put that rope around the elephant and you stake it into the ground, the elephant will pull and he'll fight. But what will happen, Addy, after the elephant learns that he's trapped? Does he remember that?
No.
Yes.
Yes, he'll remember.
An elephant never forgets. So the elephant absolutely remembers and is 100% aware that he's trapped. The leg locked down. He cannot pull it out. He's not strong enough. That's what the elephant never forgets. Does the elephant learn, change, and grow?
Yes.
No, Addy. The elephant does not learn, change, and grow. The elephant never forgets. And because the elephant never forgets, what happens when a fire breaks out and there is no chain around the elephant? It's just a rope, and it's just a toothpick in the ground, and there actually is no metal pole into the ground. Will the elephant, even in the fire that is now a life-threatening situation, even try to escape? Or because the elephant never forgets, will he just assume he's still trapped in the ground?
Still trapped in the ground.
Because an elephant never forgets. So you understand that even that little shift of perception, but you got terribly wrong. We're going to have to go over this a whole bunch today, right? That's okay. The elephant, guys, in this story, isn't make-believe, isn't mythical. This is how it works. This is how your brain works. This is how the liberal brain works. This is what cognitive dissonance is. It's an active choice, and it's very difficult for every person to make that choice. The reason that they, point to cognitive dissonance for a lot of our liberals or people even on the right side there, what happens when you see information that doesn't meet with what you want it to say? What happens, Addy?
They get uncomfortable.
That's right. You get uncomfortable. Is that a good thing if you're expecting to learn, change, and grow?
Yes.
Is it a good thing if you're expecting to hold your ground?
Yes.
In a good, healthy debate amongst friends, will you maybe get uncomfortable?
Yes.
If they're good, right?
Right.
If we were sitting with Plato and Socrates in a circle, would they make us uncomfortable?
Yes.
We know they would try.
Yes, they would.
But have we already gotten past some of the first stages? Do we have the resiliency to stay strong through a lot of that?
Yes, we do.
Correct. And is that why tools sharpen each other?
Yes.
And that's why we expect you to sharpen those around you. Yes. You're already watching the show and being informed. We expect you to reach out to those around you and help them. Joe Rogan handles it this week when we talk about the safe and effective shots that were given to everyone, with most of the conversations being around that they're now proven without any doubt now that cancer and myocarditis are up for those that did take the shots. And the reason that that's a problem, the reason we're talking about it is not because we're attacking anybody for their choices. We want to remind everybody that the headlines were very clear to those of us who are not taking this, that if you're if you are unvaccinated, it's time for you to plan your end of life and write your will out, because COVID vaccines may cause, or now we're saying COVID vaccines cause heart damage. So they went from the winter of death and telling me my family was all going to die if we didn't take all these experimental shots from companies that we don't even allow their baby products that cause cancer near our children. That didn't align with us. The cognitive dissonance in a journalist can easily take place with fear and with the whole world even telling you to do something. Is that right, Addy?
Yes.
Did the whole world tell everyone that they had to do it?
Yes.
Did all the smoke and mirrors of the circus scare everyone to tell them to do it?
Yes.
Did lots of good people have no other choice because their work forced them to do it?
Yes.
Did some people fight back?
Yes.
And did every single one of them win their lawsuits after they fought back?
Yes.
That's correct, because the law was broken and the law has been reinstated. And because of that, we're now seeing people have the freedom to choose. And that's where we want you to be, is always in the seat where you're able to make the choice, and always in the seat where you're at now, where you're being informed. Yep. And if COVID did anything, it did two things. One thing, we're so much happier that people care about germs more. It was pretty disgusting living pre-2020 with how people sneezed, coughed, and blew their nose on everything, every handle, every door, everywhere, even at work. Now people do send to stay home if they've got some sickness because they don't want to spread it. And we do appreciate that, right?
Right.
But that's about it. Everything else they did, from destroying your rights, my rights, all doctors and PhDs who were speaking up about herd community and speaking up about everything we've learned from science, to ask the questions, that now they come back and now they admit to. And that's the weirdest part of the game for us, is what they first said was a conspiracy, or that you can never speak up, or you couldn't say on Twitter when it was Twitter. Yeah. Now here we are with the hindsight, as if we could see the future, right? Just doing journalism. And now they're admitting everything that was said up front by the same people they didn't let say it up front. And now it's their turn to talk. And that's making a lot of people uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable to remember which side of the aisle you would have been on. And we don't care. It doesn't matter, guys. We're moving forward. And in order to move forward, regardless of what side you're on, you need to make it abundantly clear who was right then, right? Yep. That's one thing. And Scott Adams did a wonderful and beautiful job of. A lot of us that followed Scott Adams may have that one piece that brought us to it, or that one thought that we thought connected us and kind of transcended some of the other pieces. Scott Adams started following me when the first tweet I said to him was, I don't agree with a lot of things Scott Adams says. That's part of why he's in my group, is because he's saying some things I don't want to hear or maybe be uncomfortable with, so that we can have those kind of conversations. And it takes a lot of, brass to stand up and say the things that Scott would have those conversations with. Yes.
What's brass?
Beat in my chest. What do you think?
Courage?
Sure. It takes a lot of that in order to stand up and in order to deliver the kind of message that he was able to. And that's one of the reasons I got connected to Scott first right off the bat. I didn't agree with everything he said, and I loved that he would explain it and talk about it in detail. We knew not to take the shots. We never took those shots. Scott Adams made it clear that he did, but yes, in his whole video you'll watch, he thinks the unvaccinated will win that entire argument. And as we're seeing now, that is exactly the truth.
Yes.
We're seeing the myocarditis hurting people everywhere up and down the list, and we're seeing the suffrage from the vaccine affected. So that's the weirdest part, is that the largest voice for those that had these side effects from the vaccine are from those of us that are unvaccinated. And that's a little odd. That again, science wants everyone to know everything and make an informed decision. Nowhere on our show will we tell you not to ever take a vaccine. That will never happen. However, we will show you what, Addy?
We will show you the truth.
The data, the information.
The information, the data.
What we want to show you is the data and information. Is that right?
Yep.
And then you make your decision. Magnitude 5.6 earthquake hit Pakistan just a few hours ago. Now, I know you're saying 5.6 isn't as large and scary as the great 6 and above. But guys, this is Central Asia. And for the last 30 days, that's the largest, highest magnitude earthquake that they've had. Now, for those of you who know how it rumbles and how those plates are working, that's a sign that there is going to be some pretty large movement in the next 30 days happening in that area again. Please travel safe and keep them in your prayers.
Yep.
Now, one of the other things we wanted to talk about today was about a company. Now, I'm gonna describe this company for you guys, and this is your homework for today, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you the name of the company.
Okay.
I'm just going to read you who they are and what they did, and we'll see if you can figure out who the company is. Journalism 101. Will you see this in your news today? Will you see it on X? Will you see it posted anywhere? You let me know, because I'm going to tell you who they are.
Ready?
Blank is a British multinational professional services network based in London, in the UK.
UK.
It's the largest professional services network in the world by revenue and number of employees, and is one of the big 4 accounting firms. British multinational based in London. You're going to want to pay attention to that.
Yep.
You were never, ever meant to hear the name of this company, and I'm not going to say it, because if I did, I'll have more suppression on our account. Our government has wasted over $74 billion. Addy, what's that number?
$74 billion.
$74 billion by working with them.
Whoa.
Quietly, they are one of the largest contractors in building American government IT systems. So who's building America's IT systems? Is it America? No.
No.
It's the UK.
It's the UK.
It's a company based out of London. And when you interact with a state benefit system, there's almost a 100% chance that you're working with that company. And as we explore fraud, and as we connect the dots, and as we see numbers and things that are happening all across, we learn that the IT systems that were set up and that were built across America are by a company in London, in the UK. The same people who won't let my daughter have pepper spray or say bad words to bad men. Guys, does that sound okay to you? Do you accept that? Is that the America we want moving forward? That we want our IT, we want our systems that are here built for you, Medicaid, Medicare, all of these, you want them built
by the UK?
By some bros in London, UK?
Yeah. No.
Nope. You shouldn't, but
You should not.
You make your own opinion.
Choices.
We just want to bring you the information. And the reason we're not going to say that organization is for lots of different reasons. But you are going to go look that up. And if you can find that name, drop it in the comments. But what's interesting is to see if you know anything about that and you see anything in the news today that will cover that.
Yes.
Now, the other things to talk about off the top of our head, we have no script on this show, as you know. So we read our news in the morning. We go through it all. Addy, how are you doing waking up early in the morning?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? A little solid? Did you do some push-ups this morning to get it going?
Yep.
Okay. Tomorrow morning, I think maybe we'll read a book or two before we start to get your brain fired up.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like that.
Okay. We'll read a book or two in the morning before we get started. One of the things we'll read again tomorrow, guys, we want you to make sure you always learn something when you come from us. And with so many people diving into Scott Adams' books and getting them out there, we are going to go just a slightly different route for what helped get Daddy to where he's at, becoming a category of one. And every day we'll just kind of piece it out. Like I said, I've never highlighted anything more than this book, even outside of Sun Tzu, Art of War, which Daddy can, essentially quote all the way through on that manual. The willingness to let go of what used to work is for many of us the most daunting challenge of all. The trap of past success is seductive. Look for the next great idea with derision and criticism. Your customers see it as a commodity, just as they see every other business out there.
Yeah.
Now, Addy, let's go back into it. You said on one of your strengths episodes, you were going to be big business girl, right? That was your biggest strength?
Yep.
Then why don't you tell everybody what a business is? Let's put you to the test. I'm going to test you. I didn't tell you this question was coming, so let's see if you get it. What is a business?
A business is to build.
Business is two things. What's the objectives?
To build, one, to build, two, to let other companies to build.
No, Daddy doesn't agree with that.
Okay.
Business is two things. One, creates customers.
Okay.
Two, retains those customers. That's all a business is.
Okay.
It's fairly easy to create customers. So if you get one part of your business going and you can create the customers, you can create the jab, you can create the flow, and they can come in and they can check you out because are people curious?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can generally get a business created and get it started. Why?
Because you created the customers.
Because people want stuff, right? Yeah, you're going to create customers, but do people want to eat?
Yes.
So if you create any kind of food that's interesting, is it easy to create customers?
Yes.
Essentially, yeah. But then what's the second part? First part is create customers. Second part is
hold the customers.
Retain, keep the customers. That's right. You're not a business if you can't keep them, right?
Nope.
And so when you think about businesses and you break it down into any industry, anywhere on the market, we want to remind you and show you that from category of one, you got to be different. You got to stand out. And there's lots of ways to do that. There's lots of models to follow. But the very first thing to remember is that you create the customers. Okay. They're out there, sure, but you create them. There's a reason that Daddy loves playing Monopoly. If you play Daddy in Monopoly, I have one mission. Okay. I've been playing Monopoly since I was born.
Okay.
And if I'm playing with you and we're playing Monopoly, the mission on my side of the table is that for the rest of my life, I wanted you to always know who are you never, ever going to play Monopoly with again, Daddy.
Daddy Bear.
That's right. We were going to teach you how to play it the right way one time. And you were never, ever going to want to play with Daddy again. And most people say that the game takes forever and takes days. Daddy, with his most liberal friends at every party he's ever been to, the biggest party trick, surprisingly, I had to go hard to the paint, busting out a Monopoly board at a party with hundreds of people around. It sounds like the silliest thing possible. But when you're trying to prove to your most liberal friends that they don't understand the system, life, that they all protest and pretend they do, you can do so with the game of Monopoly. Because the game of Monopoly is like life. It wants you to build. It wants you to create. It's going to pay you money just for going around the board so you can build. Okay? Yeah. You got some property? Go to the bank. Well, let's build on it. Oh, you got some more money from the rent? Why don't you build a bigger house? Why don't you build a bigger thing? And if you look around the world, you see that. And let me give you an example. If you want to move into a rural spot, if you want to get away from the city, if you want to get from the suburbs, I know American Debunk is constantly thinking about where he can get to. If you want to, the government will reward you. For all of my PhDs and for everybody out there with a degree and say, oh, I don't want to pay my student loans. The government will pay your student loans if you'll move to a more rural area and help the people who need it. Critical access hospitals are everywhere. I used to work for the top 100 of them. I know them all. They're amazing and they serve their community. Wow. And they need doctors and nurse practitioners and nurses, everything, physical therapists. They need you out there. If you're willing to give up your Starbucks latte and go help America, you could have almost everything covered. Taxes will take care of you. You know why? Because you can get a new loan on a rural area to build. And bada bing, bada boom. You're getting new property, new land, because we know if you build it, they will come. So if you move to a designated rural area, which when you look that up, it's not really that hard to find. You look at a rural area just outside the city, They know the expansion's coming. They know we'll move down there. But if you help get it started and you help move in that direction, well, the government's going to take care of you guys. So there are lots of ways to learn, change, and grow and apply the system to help you. And understanding what Monopoly was about helps you understand what business is. And you do not get what you deserve in business. You get what you negotiate.
Yes. You get what
Say that, Addy?
You do not get what you deserve in business. You get what you do. Negotiate.
Negotiate, right?
Negotiate.
That's right. And all we want you to do is have the strength and the courage to negotiate. Okay?
Yep.
Now, that doesn't mean that you argue and complain. That you want to be happy and you want to be where you're at. And if you're not your own boss, remember that you're part of a team. And the best way to grow the team is to get everybody on the same page and moving together to accomplish that goal. Because when humans focus fire, what do we do, Addy?
You mess up a little bit.
But what happens when we come together and we focus our attention?
We learn, change, and grow.
We get the job done. When we focus fire, we get it done.
Yes,
right?
we do.
You used focus fire all day yesterday. Did you forget what we were talking about?
No. Well, yes.
Okay. What is focus fire? Are you a gamer girl?
Yes.
What's focus fire mean?
Focus fire means that you get everybody together and go straight on.
What do you do with your triangles in the game?
You help them.
Point them at the same direction, right?
Point them at the same direction.
Okay, you're a goober. You're a way better gamer than you're saying right now.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. What's your favorite game?
Destiny 2.
Yeah. What's your name on Destiny 2?
Little Light of Destiny.
Little Light of Destiny. I'm Dad of Destiny. We do run a gamer clan. We want to make sure that all the dads and we have some girls in the clan understand that we can transcend time and space through technology. And about once a week, we get on for a raid, or sometimes early in the morning if little girl's moving. We like to connect, get that dopamine, be able to transcend. We've got uncles and nephews and people all across the U.S. And it's just so easy, guys, to jump on with technology, throw the headsets on, say what's up, how's it going, when are we going to see you next, how's life? You catch up for 5 seconds when you never would have had that chance to see that person. And for our family who moved out of Texas and left a bunch of our friends and family 1,500 miles away, the technology that we use to connect is abundant. And gaming is certainly one of those ways. Yep. We encourage everyone not to be scared or even care about the game that you're playing. If you're able to use technology and connect to family and friends that you've not connected to in so long, or see those nieces and nephews, the coolest thing an uncle can ever do is jump on whatever game they're playing. It doesn't matter. I got Paxton. If you're even watching today's show, Paxton, you don't always watch. Busted. We jump on and he plays some of the silliest games I ever seen in my life, but I'll download it and we'll jump on. I'll play it one time and then we'll never see it. But the point is I got to spend some time with a nephew, and we encourage you to remember that you can find those ways to do that in a healthy way. And the younger generation really responds to that world even more so than us older individuals. So just reminding you, if you've not thought about that, or you've got some friends and family that you're thinking, how can I connect with them? How can I spend some extra time with them?
Yeah.
Don't forget the gaming world. It bridges that gap that we've never had, that we've never been able to reach across. And by all means, if you got better tricks and tips and you're just calling and talking to them directly, do your thing. Don't change it.
Don't change it.
But when you're trying to speak with someone and you're trying to give advice to a nephew and you're already doing something challenging, it's real easy to slip that in. Yeah. Whereas if you're just talking to them, it turns into a lecture. But if you're killing the bad guys and you're doing it and you're the top of the scoreboard, they'll probably listen to you a little bit better. Yeah. Just saying, friendly tip of dad advice out there. It's 9 o'clock. We're headed over to Meetup and Scott Adams School. Thank you for tuning in today. Please take care of your family. Take care of the ones you love. Reach out and let them know that they have somebody to care about and somebody to talk to, no matter the situation that they're in. We love you all. Take care of each other. God bless.
And don't forget, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And never forget, you can't spell daddy without the Addy. I said you can't spell daddy without the Addy. Nice job, little lady. We're going to write up some more and have Brock help tomorrow so Addy can do more reading, less from Daddy and more from Addy. Tomorrow's show is 100% about hoaxology and how you can prevent the hoaxes that are coming your way. We weren't able to put together everything we wanted this morning, so we're going to do a full show with American Debunk tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in today.